Then we need to know that the extension was given in year 2021 to file in for this extension deadline. So this was given until November 15. So this year it will be 2022 so it will be likely also similar to the previous year. So the DCR for registered estate agent is a must submit. Yes, the answer is yes again. Of course, there is other part that I will go in. That means some people saying in the market saying, well, if you are small scale company, no need to report. So here there is a small size entity the small size entity. But according to my reading, DCR is not about whether you are small size or big size. Small size or big size also come under the reporting institution. If you are under a reporting institution in the prescribed manner, that means if you are a reporting institution by law, then you have to report DCR. This is what I read. The submission of DCR is compulsory and is an enforceable requirement. And if you did not submit, the authority can take action and penalize you. The DCR is actually issued pursuant to the AML Financial Service Act also, and it's a mandatory requirement. So it's not just people's hearsay. That's certain types of company no need. So there is also a webinar conducted by Bank Negara Malaysia to improve this compliance, National AML CFT compliance program. So here you will be zooming to many subspecialty company secretary, registered estate agent, and licensed gaming outlet. Then they have lawyers for dealer in precious metal and precious stones, for accountants. What else? When we talk about these CR, we also talk about suspicious transaction reporting. So I just go in for a short while for this part. So AML, in short, talk about trying to pick up a suspicion type of transaction. So this receive and analyze suspicion transaction report is part of what all these Bank Negara are trying to alert the authorities, maybe alert the police, alert the custom, alert the commission, the company's commission to investigate. So the one that is involved also is a registered estate agent. We have to report if we see suspicious report transaction. So how is it done? What do you need to do? Know your customer. So I put down here, know your client or know your customer, KYC. And if there is a screening process by your company, then work on the screening and also the risk profiling method. So at the end, if there is a suspicion, then you have to submit the STR, suspicion type of transaction. You have to report, fill up this suspicious transaction report form and submit through to Bank Negara. There is a specific email or a fax. Then there is a due diligence system to check onto the customer. So we want to maybe bring in another few more topics before we complete this presentation. One of such is STR, and another one is actually the customer due diligence, how much of information you need to know, and then how to appoint your compliance officer. So I actually extract it from compliance report information kit 2021. So here reporting checklist, you go through information on reporting institution, RI, real estate agent, estate negotiator need to be reported the numbers through the principal company through the company. Business information, we went through revenue, number of transaction, customer, total number of cash transaction, breakdown customer type. We went through the full REA, DCR just now. Breakdown of customer, nationality, payment type, how it is paid, value on transaction, different type, different channel, tenancy, sub-sale or project sale from overseas or from Malaysia. We also look at the risk assessment. Just now we talked about the where the company is able to access the transaction to high risk customer or legal person. Then we also look at the SOP for the record keeping, all the risk keeping of a customer, high risk customer, if any due diligence of the customer, to do the diligence and report immediately when you send something is not right. And we have the training program, all those things that is supposed to be carried out by the compliance officer, and the compliance officer has to be appointed. So the registered estate agent, number of registered real estate negotiator attached to the form of the year 2020. So this is included in the question we saw just now. Registered estate total fee for the tenancy or the property transaction, total fee payout. So by the total fee payout, you will understand that how they want to look at is big scale type of transaction where your fee is heavy. Then they will zoom into this big tickets. So these big tickets, they want to screen if there is a possible AML offense. For registered estate agent only, there is a need of subdividing tenancy, sub-sale domestic or project sale, sub-sale overseas or project sales overseas. Now we talk about key requirements for registered estate agent in filing the requirement by AML. Part the customer due diligence, registered estate agent, customer due diligence. I follow this particular policy document guidance on verification of individual customer for customer due diligence. Under this part, there is a system overview of the CDD process. Official identity, verify, documentary evidence, electronic evidence, you need to check through. Usually this one we go through the authority to check police or the national registration. This is a customer due diligence form, which is downloaded from the website format under the format section. So I just say, individual name, IC, date of birth, residential address, mailing address. This is quite standard. Nationality, occupation, name of the employer is a working adult, contact number, purpose of transaction. So this part is like buying house, purpose of transaction is to buy house, or tenancy, purpose renting. And if it is a legal person, then the company name, so it can be a Sendirian Berhad, it can be a partnership, it also can be a LLP. Here, put down here, trust, club, society, and the country of incorporation, address, everything, purpose of transaction here, name of the shareholder. Okay, legal person, if you are a company coming to rent a place in Malaysia, then the legal person is the shareholder of the company any beneficiary owner. Beneficial owner means the person behind this legal person or behind this. Maybe the shareholders, maybe each and everyone just hold a nominal sum of share, but then the actual control person is behind. So this part need to be filled in. Name of the senior management. And then the legal arrangement, person transacting on behalf of the individual legal person. If you are transacting, you are the senior manager coming down to look at the house for rental or look at the factory for rental, then you are the first contact person. So this person transacting it need to be input the information for this customer, know your customer, or customer due diligence. STR. STR is in the downloaded from the registered estate agent STR form. Just to show you, it has a few elements to look at. Appears unusual, appears illegal, has no clear economic purpose, involve proceeds from unlawful activity, or show indications of money laundering or terrorism financing activity. Normally, this type of suspicion is when you are involved in rental. So say a case where the likely group of people want to use your factory and want to manufacture certain types of illegal material. So that means they come here and want to rent. There is unusual for them to come and rent a place where it is very deserted, nobody, and they are giving you signals that they will rank at a very good paymaster. Appears that they are hiding things behind, and definitely after having done your due diligence, you monitor them and you found out that there is really no activity. There is no actual economic activity going in the place, and it's usually quite quiet. So these are suspicions, so you have to start thinking about reporting them. And it is a failure. Reporting is actually a fine, not exceeding 1 million. So you never report and it found out that it is a related AMLA related offense, then it is under section 14 that there is a fine, liable to a fine not exceeding 1 million, or if in fact imprisonment also. Prohibits disclosure. That means if you have a reason that you know something is wrong, but then you never report, so you saying something is not right, but then your company or your boss or your whoever say that you should not report, and this type of prohibits disclosure of the reporting is also a tip off, something like a tip off to a customer that the authority cannot catch the wrongdoer. Then there is this issue of section 14A, it can be fined and also imprisoned. So maximum of 3 million or an imprisonment for a term not exceeding 5 years or both. So it's a serious offense if you say that don't report while you know that there is something fishy going on. And the person who stops you from reporting also need to be reminded that there is a section 14A that can bring him to hot soup. Section 24 protects the person reporting. So if a person has reported and the person is now threatened, so this means the act can protect a criminal. Usually they will say whistleblower, protects a person who whistleblow. So protection of person reporting STR from discipline, civil and criminal action, provided that STR is submitted in good faith. So this is a form, suspicious transaction report form for registered estate agents. So you need to notice the information of customer, name, nationality, previous name, IC number, gender, contact information. And the key officer is a person where we are looking at is compliance officer. So I extracted some parts on nomination. Notice form. So the person who need to be appointed or nominated by the company to head the part on this AMLA compliance. So for beneficial ownership, I mentioned just now is for company secretary, just for the purpose of interest, because it involved in filling the form. In fact, talk about all these issues who are hiding behind the company. So there is a lot of smaller steps. I don't want to go in. It's not the focus of this presentation. So anyway, the red flag I was talking about came about this year, June in 2022. And the board actually just copy and paste. The board has received an email, and the one that is below, issuance of red flag and typology for lawyer. Bank Negara Malaysia has issued red flag and typology report for legal sector. So maybe in the next newsletter, this one came from the newsletter. I show you the newsletter. This one is our circular we received from our registrar, updating us on this information. So it came out in a newsletter from the Bank Negara side. Issuance of red flag and typology report for lawyers. So I'm not surprised to see in that when they will come out with the one for registered estate agent, and the different parts, they will see that they are not complying. Issue a limited circulation only to the legal sector. So if you are in fact in the future getting this red flag, you will be getting it in your legal profession, or your registered estate agent profession, or your accountant profession. Update of relevant section, sanctions, reject, potential freeze fund, reports. What do you need to do? Maintain, update sanction list, name, screening, due diligence, freeze and reject report. So they want to see all these being kept in the system. The one that I want to highlight is here. Bank Negara is in consultation with the Ministry of Home Affairs to actually take action, appropriate action against institutions which fail to comply with the requirement in Section 66B or 66D of the AMLA. So it means to say, if they are found to be area where weak and also there are evidence behind certain misappropriation of this law in the enforcement and the administration side, then the Ministry Home Affairs and the Bank Negara will come in. Ministry of Home Affairs works with the police, so the police will come and catch the institution that fails to comply. The other part is that there is in fact a new updating. They keep on updating the list of the terrorist name. So PUA 127/2022 actually added more names into the system. So there is a name list in the watchful eye of the authority. Who are the persons involved in terrorism? So I just highlight this in a file according to PUA 127/2022. Let us go in. This is the Warta Kerajaan. So you can see here PUA 127 April 2022. Okay, in exercise of the power conferred by these two sections 66B and D, and then blah 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 citation, then the numbers of names. These are terrorist names. Individual, Malaysia, their passport number, their date of birth, their IC number, facilitate the commission of a terrorist act, their address. So if you are checking out this name list and found out that one of your client is possibly the person here, then not just in Malaysia, there is Indonesia, Philippines. So the name list keep on going. We are back. So this part on to PUA 127/2022. So is there any exemption? This part on the small size reporting institution now. So now what you read is here, are you a reporting institution under the AMLA policy document? So this policy document here says that if you are not the reporting institution, no need to report. So is that including a small size reporting institution? So in my research, I found out that if you are under the small size reporting institution, you are a registered estate agent of annual fee less than 3 million. So I think a lot of companies are below 3 million. So we will want to be a small size reporting institution and no need to comply. If you can, no need to comply with anything, but it is not right. It's not true also, because the one that says less complicated way of compliance, less complicated ways is all mentioned here in the 11.1. So it says that application for small size reporting institution here, which are not fully need to do all kinds of things. I would like to maybe point an example. Employee training, employee audit system, all these type of very complicated ongoing type of programs for a small size reporting institution, no need to do. That's what it means. No need to do certain things that is too messy. So if your employee only 5 in the company and your size is only less than 1 million a year of income, then you don't need to have full sets of employee training, how to screen your employee, all these things. And the part that is only required is to file in the DCR. So you still need to file in the DCR, not say no need to file in DCR. Alright, because here if you are an internal, here it says that for those no need to file in, it's only when you are, let's say for example, you are a secretary working in a company which is a Sdn Bhd company, and you are internal secretary. right? Or you are a registered estate agent, but you work under a developer firm, for under an employed setting, then there is no requirement for reporting DCR. Your case will be special because you are not really the reporting institution. You are not a registered estate agent with the agency office. You are a registered estate agent working in a developer firm. So this is an example I want to give. Right? So if a reporting institution qualify as a small size reporting institution, is the RI exempted from submission of the DCR? This is the question that we were asking in our mind, right? So the answer is that no, small size reporting institutions are still subjected to DCR submission. So if you are a reporting institution, no matter how small you are, you still need to report the DCR. Only part is that when you comply to small size reporting institution under paragraph 11.1.1, then some of the things no need to do. So exemption or simplification to certain area like training or audit and these sort of things, employee screening and training. So this part no need to do. However, you still need to file your DCR every year. Right. I think the conclusion I want to just briefly go through. It's quite a complicated system of knowing rojak of things here and there. The abbreviations we gone through also the purpose of the AMLA in the new name called AML CFT, and types of reporting institution that we are looking at today is we also gone through the DNFBPS, the designated non-financial businesses and professions, which includes registered estate agent. When did it begin? Roughly around 2020. The main one started filing in 2020 September and November. The Bank Negara Malaysia gave a highlight of a newsletter and things like that to vote with, and our board actually give us the circular on indicating all the registered estate agents need to file in DCR. We have also some of the part we went through guidance from the policy document from the Bank Negara Malaysia. We went through the full sets of DCR, quite detailed, and then we did some summary on the different parts of the DCR. So what are the required things to do for the estate agent in a firm? It has to appoint a compliance officer and then file in every year by 15th of November the DCR. So what are included? It includes also the know your customer, customer due diligence, suspicious transaction reporting, compliance officer, etc. And we also talk a little bit on the legal person and the beneficial owner, which involve mainly the secretaries, the company secretaries, especially in private practice. The company secretaries are doing a lot of firms. They can be in independent agency of company secretaries or accounting company work, company side work, and they need to report if there is suspicious transaction. Then the part for them to know in more detail is to know the legal person and also the beneficial owner who are actual owner, but they are hiding behind the legal person. Thank you very much. I am Thomas Sim, PA2066. This my mobile number is displayed. I have a few websites helping up those who are interested to real estate industry. Findway.info is a listing website, geo-linking advertising. Contract2you.com is my research area, also more to comparative index ranking for properties. My Real Property Online is a collection of my video done, about 160 plus video already, and also my listings. EstateAgentExam.com is a resource center for self-study, online self-study of the Diploma in Estate Agency exam, a qualification that you can become a registered estate agent. Because realestate.fund is a retail small website for easy posting, front-end posting can be started in a easy manner for all the advertisers. Thank you very much.